everybody, how are you all doing today? I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm actually super happy today because it's pretty sunny. It's quite windy though, so if you hear the wind outside, I do apologise. But the snow has stopped, which is good. I'm just going to shut the blind because there's people staring at me. So anyway, today I am going to be drawing Pinocchio. Pinocchio is one of my absolute favourite characters, and I really wanted to put my own little spin on it and kind of draw Pinocchio in a style which is preferable to me, one that I like personally, and just kind of make it my own. So as you can see, I'm drawing the character, but I also have this little reference. And if you are going to do any kind of character study or to develop a character in your own style, I would highly, highly recommend actually drawing the character first, just in its like normal form of how the character is designed, and also in the pose that you intend to draw it in. Because it took me around 1 hour to draw Pinocchio from the original picture. But when I was recreating it in my own style, even though it had all the little same details, apart from the face is very plain, but even though it had all the same details, it took me around 10 to 15 minutes to sketch this Pinocchio out. And I honestly think that's because I already looked at all the little details and I knew exactly what position the bow tie was in, how the feet were positioned, how the arms were positioned. I'd already done that study a different day and I already went into all those details, and it is just muscle memory, and that is something I've realized. I have taught myself how to draw Pinocchio from muscle memory, and I was really quite impressed with that just seemed to happen so quickly the second time when it took me so long to draw him the first time. So that's what I would recommend first of all. And then now I'm adding some colour. So I really like to do this. I like to add first a wash of colour and a little bit of definition, like in the cheeks that you can see. I am erasing some of the pencil. Oh, I wasn't happy with the foot, so I'm just changing the foot. So yeah, I erased a little bit of the pencil because the pencil can make the illustration look a little mucky or a little dirty if you don't erase the pencil and it mixes with the paint. Some of it I don't mind. I quite like to see the pencil line underneath, but I did have to erase just a little bit so it wasn't too dirty looking. And then I'm using Gekuso watercolors to put the first layer on, and I actually didn't realize how tiny I drew Pinocchio. So the little details on his shorts, they did take me quite a while to do because they were just so tiny. There is a sports field near my house, so there was some whistling. Oh, it's still going. There's someone with a whistle outside. Anyway, so I'm adding the first layer of paint, and while I'm doing that, I can tell you my little stories about Pinocchio. You might have seen one of them that I posted on my Instagram, but when I went to Disneyland Paris, there was lots of children there from all over the world, and we were watching the parade, and when Pinocchio came out, this little boy next to me shouted, "Pinocchio, Pinocchio," and it was the cutest thing ever. And honestly, I've never forgotten it, and every time I see Pinocchio anywhere and I'm with my husband, we always say Pinocchio, Pinocchio. So that was the first one, and that was in Disneyland Paris. And when we went to Tokyo Disneyland, I think I met Jiminy Cricket, and that was the first character I ever met in Tokyo Disney Sea. So that was a really nice memory. And we actually did see Pinocchio and Geppetto, and they came out of the gate. We were just standing by, I think it was Haunted Mansion, and they came out of the gate and there was a little baby there, and they had this adorable interaction with this little baby, and it was just so sweet and such a lovely memory. I definitely won't forget it. And then the third memory was when we were in Disney World. So those are the 3 parks that I've been to. When we were in Disney World in Florida, there was a lovely lady that worked in the art store, and I purchased a art piece, which is like, it was like a little wooden, it wasn't wooden, it was made from resin, but it looked like wood. It was a little box that had Pinocchio on the top, and it was really heavy, and I had been looking at this, buying this box for a long time, but I believe you could only get it in that particular place. Anyway, she told me a lovely story about Walt, and we had this really like genuine interaction, and she got a bit teared up as well, actually. It was quite sweet. So yeah, that's my other story. So I just love Pinocchio. Every time I see him, I have all these wonderful memories connected to the character, and of course Jiminy Cricket, who I'm drawing now. So I zoomed in a little bit because I realised how tiny Jiminy Cricket was. And originally I wasn't going to draw Jiminy, but I enjoyed drawing Pinocchio so much that I had to draw Jiminy Cricket. And as you can see while I was talking there as well, I did add some crayon for extra depth and detail to add highlights and shadows. And I just love the way his bow tie looks. I don't know what I did to get it to look like that, but it looks so nice. Like, I really like his bow tie. It just looks so perfect and shiny, and like, I just love it. But I'm not really sure. I think it was the white crayon, the white coloured pencil, that really made that stand out. But I put shadows where I think they're meant to be, and highlights where I think they're meant to be, and I just play around with that until I get something I'm happy with. As well as the face, I wanted Pinocchio's face to have like very simple and no smile. The reason I did that actually is because I drew the staff members at a Starbucks the other day, and they were all wearing masks, so I didn't really want to draw the masks, but I didn't know what kind of people they were, how they were feeling, if they were happy or what. So I ended up not drawing their face, not drawing their smile, their mouth, sorry. And I really liked the way it looked, so I when I drew Pinocchio, I made sure to do that as well. And then little Jiminy here, I'm copying his pose from the original movie, where he's trying to catch up with Pinocchio when he's walking to school. So I drew him there. And then while I was looking for pictures of Jiminy Cricket, I found this other picture where he's sitting on Pinocchio's shoe, and he's looking up at him and explaining, he's teaching him life lessons, and Pinocchio's just looking at him quite lovingly. And I really wanted to draw this too, so I decided to quickly sketch this out. And again, because I'd done the case study of Pinocchio, character study, it came so easily. It was a little more tricky than the other one because I'd already drawn the previous pose. This one I had not drawn, so I was drawing the pose in my style for the first time. But I really loved the way this one turned out, and I liked it so much that I actually didn't want to add any colour to it. So I don't have a scanner in my house, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to my local convenience store, because if you don't know, I live in Japan. I say that every time, just in case there's anyone new here. But in the convenience stores in Japan, they have printers, and they have a scanner, like you can scan your things. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to scan it first, and then I think I will colour it in. I would redraw it, but I don't know if I can redraw it that good. I think I was having a good day today when I was drawing this character, and I think it really helps if you are drawing something that you really love and you're really passionate about. I think that makes a huge difference. If I'm drawing something that I'm not really loving, then it's not going to come out great. I can just tell before I've even started that I'm not going to love it. But with this one, like I said, I have all these stories connected to Pinocchio, and he holds such a special place in my heart that I just really love the drawings, and I put so much effort and time and planning into them. And I think you can tell, I believe you can tell, I hope so anyway. So then I also wanted to draw Geppetto and, what's the cat called? Figaro. Because there's this really cute picture actually when he's I believe it's when he's waking up at night, and this is when he realizes that Pinocchio has come to life, and he's a bit scared, and the cat is on his head. It's really cute, but his face expression is very shocked actually in the original photo, so I did alter it a little bit to make it more in the style. And then I wanted to draw him in a wooden frame, since I kind of like as if he's looking out the window or something like that, because as you know, Geppetto is a carpenter, I guess, woodwork. He does woodwork, makes clocks. So I wanted to draw him in this like cool wooden frame. And again, I didn't really feel like adding any color to this. I really liked the detail of it, and I added little flowers and things, and I pulled up a picture as well of Geppetto's workshop to get some of the pattern for the outside for the inspiration. And then I did want to just journal my little stories that I just told you about my connection to this character and this story and kind of what it means to me. So I found quite a simple text for Pinocchio. If you see the text for Pinocchio for the title, it's really quite complicated, so I didn't want to draw that one, so I did a more simple version of the title, Pinocchio, and then I also painted it yellow, the same yellow to match the hat and Pinocchio's t-shirt as well. And I didn't realize actually Pinocchio wore a little waistcoat, and that's something else that happens as well when you do character studies. You see all the detail in the characters, including their costumes, and it really makes you appreciate how much time the original creators put into each character. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I love this one. I really want to make them into prints or something in the future, and I will definitely show you them on my Instagram when I finish painting them. But yeah, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you feel inspired in some way to do a little character study of your favorite characters, and I will see you again next Sunday with a brand new video. Take care everybody. Bye.